Hey guys, how's it going? Jose Duarte here. And in today's video, I'm going to be speaking about what items to take to basic training. So, before we get started, your recruiter is already going to let you know. He's going to give you a list of what to take to basic training. Like, he's going to give you a certain list of what to bring and what not to bring, what set of clothes to bring. I believe you gotta take a belt, bring a belt with you. Make sure you have like a collar shirt or a button-up shirt, and just look presentable to the people that you're gonna go to. You're gonna go to MEPS, and then from MEPS you're gonna be flying out to either San Diego or Paris Island. But they always expect you to look presentable, so always look presentable. Have a collar shirt or a button-up shirt with some pants and a belt. Just like just how you were dressed to go to MEPS before you enlisted. That's how they expect you to look. So, the very first thing your recruiter is gonna already tell you what to bring and what not to bring. But in this video, I'm gonna share with you what I took and what I wished I have taken before I even went, and what I saw once I got there, like what other people brought, and it was okay for them to bring. So the very first thing I'm gonna say is to bring your phone and your charger. Obviously, it is okay to bring your phone. I'm pretty sure they're gonna recommend you to bring your phone because you're always gonna be in contact with your family. You could always use it too when you go to MEPS or before that day before you go to the basic training. You could always use your phone. You could contact your family. You could talk to them. So always bring your phone and your charger. Don't forget your charger, because even when you graduate boot camp, they're gonna give you a family day, and the next day is graduation. So you're gonna want to charge your phone in those days. And once you get to basic training, don't worry about like if your stuff gets taken or it's gonna get stolen. Everybody's gonna put their stuff away in a box or a container. I don't know if how Paris Island does it, but in San Diego when I went, we put it in a box. We put our stuff, our personal stuff, and it goes to the storage. Nobody touches it. Nobody does anything to it. It's gonna be fine, perfectly fine. For your phone, they're gonna give you, I think it's like a little bag. They give you a bag to put your phone away with your charger, put your name on it. Everything's gonna be safe. But I mean, don't take your tablets. Don't take any of that stuff. I mean, you could take like your Nintendo Switch if you want, but I really don't recommend that because you're already putting like too much valuable stuff away. And say if it goes missing in the airport or if it gets missing like in the bus or something, you don't want that to happen. I'm pretty sure your recruiter is going to tell you not to bring a backpack. I never saw anybody bring a backpack, and you don't want to be that person as well. So don't bring a backpack. The second thing I wrote down is to bring some earphones, AirPods, headphones, whatever. Bring that with you. It's okay. Something that I liked using is my earphones when I was in the plane, on the plane going to basic training. Something that I want to say on the way to basic training is it's okay to feel nervous. It's okay to feel anxious when you go there. Me being a 26-year-old going to basic training, I was really nervous. I was really anxious. I was shaking the whole time because I went for MEPS. For me, I was in Salt Lake. From Salt Lake to freaking San Diego, I was shaking the whole way. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to stop being nervous. It was just a feeling that I knew what I was going to get into, but I was just so scared. I was anxious. I remember arriving to San Diego, to the airport, and I went to the bathroom right away to throw up. That's how it's gonna be, and it's okay. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that goes through it. Everybody does. So don't feel bad about yourself, and just have some earphones just to be focused and have those just to control your nervousness. The third thing I wrote down is to bring your wallet. Uh, you don't ever leave anywhere without your wallet. Have your social security in there, because don't be surprised to see anybody out there who doesn't know their social security. I know it's pretty crazy, but there's 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds that get there, and they're pretty young. They don't know the importance of learning your social security. So take it with you just in case you don't know, or just in case you may forget because you're nervous or something. Always bring your ID with you. Bring some money. I believe my recruiter told me not to bring more than $20, but I never use that cash. But just in case, bring some cash with you. That's important because you never know if you're gonna buy something in the airport, or even when you graduate, you might need some cash when you graduate. So it's a good thing to have it in your wallet. Fourth thing I wrote down. This is something that I wish I had done, but I didn't know because my recruiter didn't tell me. But when I got there, some people had pictures. They had pictures of their loved ones, of their girlfriends. Some people had them with them. And that's pretty cool because once you're in there, you want to have a picture of either your girlfriend or your wife, your spouse, or your parents, whoever you're close with. You want that motivation of seeing them, remembering them like in there. But actually having a picture of them, like it brings that peace, or brings that motivation to finish boot camp strong, and just remembering like you're not going to give up because of them. And it's actually like pretty nice having something that you can actually see, rather than just imagining or not having anything in there. So when it comes to pictures, the next thing is like you could bring your Bible, whatever your religion is, you could bring it with you. Some people brought their Bibles, like the big Bibles. What I took was like the pocket size. You're not gonna have that much time to read your Bible, but what you can do is if you do bring that big one, they're not gonna tell you anything because it's a Bible, but you can actually put some pictures in there. Just make sure it's good pictures, it's not inappropriate pictures, because they will look at it. They will skim through your Bible and make sure there's no counterfeit stuff in there. So just make sure it's appropriate pictures, nothing crazy. Something I'm gonna say about pictures though, make sure it's not inappropriate pictures, or make sure if it's like your girlfriend, make sure it's not pictures of them showing too much or showing too much skin, because there's going to be like 40, 50, 60 recruits in there. And if they all see your pictures, man, they're going to be talking so much crap. And there's going to be a lot of horny people there. And even the drill instructors are going to be talking crap. Not crap, but they're going to be like messing around with you. So if you really don't care, then go ahead. But if you're like somebody that actually respects your partner, just don't bring those pictures with you. Or if you do it, just make sure you really hide it good. The next thing is very important. I wish I had brought it. I remember asking my recruiter if it was okay for me to bring my retainer, because I used to have braces. I asked him if I could bring my retainer, and in that moment, I was at his office. So there was a couple of other Marines. I don't know if there were other also recruiters, but I remember I asked my recruiter, hey, can I bring my retainer? And he didn't know when to ask or answer me. So he asked somebody else, and that person said, oh, well, if you bring your retainer in the field, you won't be able to wear it. So my recruiter just told me, like, yeah, just don't bring it, man. But you could bring your retainer. It's perfectly fine. I wish I had brought it with me. I remember I wrote my wife to send me a retainer through the mail, and she didn't know if it was like something that was counterfeit. So she kind of tried hiding it through a letter. And I remember arriving it to my squad bay, and it was like broken. So long story short, man, like I still wear it, I still use it, but I had wished that I had brought it within the case, and it would be fine. But we just live and learn through our mistakes. But it's perfectly fine to take a retainer if you used to have braces. I remember seeing everybody else having their retainers with them in the case. I was like, damn, I wish I had known that. The last thing I had wrote down is like, bring some comfortable shoes. Don't bring them freaking expensive shoes with you or Jordans, because you never know if you're going to be using them. I remember my recruiter told me that, bring running shoes just in case, because they might be short from them providing you with running shoes. So just take them just in case, or take some shoes that you might have to wear in boot camp just in case, because you never know if something's gonna happen. Yeah, just don't take anything expensive, especially because since they're gonna be stored away, they might get dust, and you don't want dust in your shoes. Just wear some shoes that are comfortable, or some shoes that you don't care that they're gonna be dirty or messy. And some bonus tips I want to point out is, when it comes to writing down letters or writing letters to your loved ones, always make sure that you know their addresses. So what I did, I brought like a small book that I could take notes in. I would write down my brother's address. I would write down like my friend. Just write down their address before you head out to boot camp, because if you want to write them a letter, then you have that chance or the opportunity, and you don't have to like figure out what's their address once you're inside. Because once you're inside, like, that's it. It's like a prison. Like, you have no phone access. You have no access to the outside. Like, you're in, and like, there's no access anywhere. There's no internet. You don't get any phone calls. Only phone calls you get is like somewhere in the middle of boot camp. So, and there's only like 5-minute phone calls. So don't expect to call your family or your friends to ask for the address. Always write it down in a piece of paper, or bring like a little small book and write down that information, and you could bring it with you inside the squad bay. Another thing is, expect to hear from your loved ones like 2 to 3 weeks once you're inside. Always be patient. I remember when I was inside, I would see everybody get their letters. I would see like more than half of the recruits get their letters, and I was like one of the ones that didn't. I just kept waiting and waiting and waiting. And I remember when I had the opportunity to call my wife for some information I had to tell her, I had asked her, hey, have you wrote some letters to me? And she said, yeah. And I was like, dang, well, they still haven't gotten here. And that was already 2 weeks inside. So just be patient. I do know that when you write to them, I gets to them faster than them coming to you. So just keep writing to them. The letters you get that you send, they're gonna get to them. But just be patient from the letters that they get sent to you, because it's just some stuff that they had to go through. Also, your senior drill instructor has to pick up those letters, or the people inside have to send it to there. And it's just a process. So just be patient. You're gonna get those letters. When it comes to like you asking them, just be patient as well. Like, if you want to ask them about what's going on outside of the world or something like that, just know that their reply is gonna get to you like in a week or two. So just be patient with that. I remember there was one kid that didn't get any letters at all until towards the end of boot camp. So yeah, it's gonna suck, man. But always like your drill instructors are gonna ask you if you have received any letters, and whenever they do, that's the time to tell them like, hey, I haven't received anything or anything like that. Just don't be annoying. Don't be that kid that asks your drill instructors like, what's going on, or I'm scared, this and that. Don't be that person. Be patient, man. It's only 3 months. I know once you're inside, it may seem like an eternity, but once you get out, you're like, dang, like it was only 3 months. So just be patient. There's always people around you that are going through the same thing, so don't feel like you're the only one. For my last tip, I'm gonna say is, don't ever quit. Whenever quitting goes through your mind, don't ever accept it. Yeah, you're gonna feel like crap. You're gonna go through something that you have never been through or even haven't experienced. But don't ever quit. I remember my first 2 weeks, I felt like quitting because I was just depressed. Like I had my daughter, and it was just miserable, man. Cause you never know what you're gonna get through once you're inside. Like you may think like you're gonna get like you know what's going on. You may think like you know everything. Because what I was doing is I would like look in YouTube videos and how boot camp was. So I was like, okay, I'm pretty prepared. I would read like Navy SEAL stuff, this and that. And yeah, that helped me though, because I would learn that drill instructors are gonna make you do certain stuff just to break you down or just to see how you're gonna react in certain situations. But even though you're gonna get into like this type of world where it's like kind of depressing, you just want to leave, and it's always the first 2 weeks where it's like pretty hard for anybody, and that's normal. But don't ever quit. I promise you, it's gonna be one of the best experience once you graduate. It's gonna be one of those cool experience that you're never gonna forget, and always having that respect of the drill instructors is gonna be one of those things that you're gonna be proud of it. You're gonna be proud of yourself. Your family's gonna be proud of you. Just because you're watching these type of videos of me telling you like advice, don't ever think you're a badass boy or just a badass just because you're watching somebody like me giving you advice and how bootcamp is gonna be. Like just because I'm telling you, I'm not telling you everything that happens inside. Like everything that happens inside is chaotic. It's like chaos. It's just gonna make you do some annoying stuff. You might cry, and that's completely normal. But don't ever quit. I've seen some people quit when they were inside. I've seen some people like just trying to harm themselves for some reason, and it's if you think about it, it shouldn't get to that point to harm yourself. If you do, always bring it up, but it shouldn't get to that point. Always fix your mindset. Always remember why you even joined. Always remember that reason you stepped into the recruiter's office to join the Marine Corps. Always remember that reason when you're inside. Uh, Always remember why you wanted to join in the first place, and always keep moving forward, man. Like trust me, once you become a Marine and you climb up the freaking Reaper, it's one of the best feelings in the world. And I still remember. I'm always gonna remember. I'm never gonna forget about it. So just remember why you joined. Just because it gets hard, think about like if something in life happens and it's hard, are you gonna quit right away? Like no, man. Like boot camp is one of the hardest things ever. If you go through it, nothing in life is gonna be hard for you. Trust me. So that's it, guys. And I really appreciate for those who are willing to join the Corps and asking more questions for me. I'm making this video for one of my subscribers that asked me like, "Hey, what should I take for boot camp?" Just know that I'm always listening. I'm always looking at those comments, and whatever you guys want to ask me, keep asking me. I'm always willing to answer or helping you guys out because I know the feeling. If you found value in this video, give it a like, share this video out there for those people that are curious about the Marine Corps, the military, and give me a subscribe, help me out reaching my goal. But as always, guys, keep your head up, stay motivated, and keep moving forward. Peace out.